Hi guys, welcome to another range test video. This is the Mercedes EQS 580 4MATIC AMG line. In this video I want to find out the range in real life driving conditions. I will test the range on the highway to find out the minimum range. Then I will also do a second range test in the city at lower average speeds to know the maximum range. I also wanted to know how long it takes to charge the battery at a fast charger. The Mercedes EQS 580 is a full electric car with a WLTP range of 651 kilometers. It has a lithium battery with a net capacity of 107.8 kilowatt hours. In relation to range, it's also worth noting that this car has a rather high weight of 2,585 kilos. On the other hand, with a drag coefficient of 0.20, the EQS is the world's most aerodynamic production car. It is all-wheel drive 4MATIC and it has a power of 523 horsepower. I will first test the range on the highway. There is also a little bit of sporty driving on country roads in this test. The goal of this part of the test is to find out the minimum range of this car by testing it at higher average speeds. At the beginning of this part of the test, the battery is at 94%. I did the test in January and it was between 7 and 10.5 degrees during this part of the test. It was also raining a lot this day. The first part of the test is a drive of 117 kilometers purely on the highway, driving at 120 kilometers per hour. The battery is down to 65% and average consumption is 25.9 kilowatt hours. I will base my estimated range on the consumption and the net capacity of the battery. The total range based on this consumption is 416 kilometers. I will now leave the highway for some sporty driving on country roads. This part was 62 kilometers. After this part, the total average consumption is 25.6 kilowatt hours. The range increased now to 421 kilometers. Now we will drive all the way back by using the highway. Let's have a look at the final result. The battery is down to 26% and the total length of the drive was 288 km. Average consumption was 24.8, so the total range on the highway is 435 km. Later in this video I will test the range at lower average speeds, but let's first recharge the car. The Mercedes EQS 580 is equipped with CCS combined charging system. This system enables the Mercedes to be charged with AC and DC. For this test, I will charge the car at a DC fast charger. The Mercedes EQS 580 can fast charge at a speed of up to 200 kilowatt. Mercedes says it takes 31 minutes to charge the battery from 10 to 80% at a fast charger. At the beginning of the test, the battery is at 12% and it is 5 degrees outside. The car indicated that it would take around 57 minutes to fully charge the battery. I will do a 30-minute charging test. After 10 minutes, we were cruising at around 123 kilowatt charging speed. The battery increased to 29% and we gained about 92 kilometers on the range indicator. After 20 minutes, I noticed that we were charging at a speed of 162 kilowatt. I gained another 104 kilometers of range and the battery is now at 50%. After 30 minutes, the battery is at 71%. The charging speed dropped to 125 kilowatt. The range indicator is at 368 kilometer, so we gained 305 kilometer, roughly 100 kilometer every 10 minutes. I didn't do an AC charging test with this car, but let's look at some theoretical information. The charging speed of the onboard charger is 11 kilowatt, but optionally you can increase this to 22 kilowatt. It charges from 10% to 100% in 10 hours with the 11 kilowatt charger or in 5 hours with a 22 kilowatt charger. How long does it take to fully charge the battery?
I will reach the maximum charge limit of 100% at around 11:53 a.m.
Let's now test the range at lower average speeds in the city. I want to find out what the maximum range of this car could be. Let's have a look at my results. I did this test at a different day than the highway test. This day it was nicer weather, meaning no rain, but a lot colder. The temperature during this part of the test was between 4 and 6.5 degrees. At the beginning of this part of the test, the battery is at 65%, so the first part of 24 kilometers was purely city driving in Brussels, which is a big city. The battery is at 59% and the average consumption was 26.3 kilowatt hours, which is quite high. The range based on this consumption is 410 kilometers. This is mainly due to the many traffic lights and the busier traffic, which results in a lot of stop and go driving. During this part of the test, it was also the coldest, between 4 and 4.5 degrees. After that, I was still in an urban area, but with more opportunity for continuous driving. I emptied the battery down to 39%. As you can see, consumption dropped a lot over a drive of 127 kilometers, and my final consumption was 21.4 kilowatt hours. This results in a range of 504 kilometers in the city. In conclusion, I can say that the range of the Mercedes EQS 580 lies somewhere between 435 and 504 kilometers based on similar driving conditions and measured at rather colder temperatures between 4 and 10.5 degrees. With much colder temperatures, it will probably be less. In the summer, you will probably get more range. With a weight of 2,585 kilos, it's not a light car to move around. I guess in situations with a lot of stop and go driving, this weight starts to become a real challenge to get good range results, especially in cold temperatures. This car has the best drag coefficient of any production car. During my highway test, it was raining a lot. I guess all that rain on the car has an impact on the aerodynamic performance of the car. All in all, I think this car performed very well in the range test. Compared to some other recent cars that I tested, these range values are of a different level. As for fast charging, we didn't reach the maximum charging speed of 200 kilowatt, maybe due to the colder temperatures, or maybe there was a problem with the charger, I don't know. 200 kilowatt fast charging is fast, but not the best in class. This being said, gaining around 100 kilometers of range every 10 minutes of charging is not that bad at all for everyday driving. Even though I didn't test AC charging, I do want to point out that having the option to get an onboard AC charger of 22 kilowatt is really an interesting option and one that I would for sure select on this car. Most cars that I test only have the option of an 11 kilowatt onboard charger. In an area such as Brussels, I see that quite a few AC chargers have a speed of 22 kilowatt, so having a car that can also charge AC at a speed of 22 kilowatt would be better. I hope I was able to answer some questions you might have about this car. If you want to know more, I will publish my full review with this car soon. Subscribe if you want to be notified about these future videos.